Hello everyone, today is April 30th. It's 3:52 p.m. It's about 8 minutes before the regular session close. On my right is my computer clock. You can see the time and date. And on my left is the time and sales, the E-mini S&P currently trading at 29.45. Really great day for the auto trader today. I got a lot to talk about. First up is the NASDAQ on a Super 8 tick with the open range filter. And we had a little bit of a false start here, a minor drawdown of 300 or 150 per contract. But then we came back with this really nice short trade. And you can see how it traded through all the action here. It did not reverse long because of our filter. And our goal on this is 1250. And it's a limit order with an 8-tick pullback. And there's really no trailing stops here. It's basically going for a larger move. And we did 1360, so we had really great positive slippage as the market probably accelerated to the downside right here. So this hit its goal. Very nice performance on the Super 8-tick NASDAQ. Okay, I wasn't able to make a video from yesterday. But we did have a few standouts, so I just wanted to show a couple of screenshots from yesterday. This is the E-mini S&P on a Super 5 tick. Did 525 for the day on 2 trades. I've been adjusting the money management to trail the stop after the first target on several charts, and that's working out pretty well. I'll show some charts from today as well. Okay, the bonds, this is from yesterday as well. The bonds on a 34 tick line break chart. This did 312 for the day. It's a modest gain, but this chart has been really consistent. The bonds with this one doesn't have the open range filter. You can see it took a long trade here, but these have been working well in the bonds and the line break. The DAX yesterday on the Super 14 tick came just shy of its goal and did 1762. Okay, next up from today is the NASDAQ on a 987 tick line break chart, and this is using our open range filter. So we had 3 trades above the open here. This was a loser and a very small winner here. And then we had this nice short trade when price traded below the open, and this did 1300 for the day, and the goal on this is 1300, so it hit its goal with no slippage. Okay, nice trading in the gold today on the Super 6 tick. Really nicely placed trade here with our entry and exit, and then another short position here. And this has a goal of 1000, so we hit our goal and had positive slippage. And this is using the weekly open range filter, although I don't have it plotted on the chart. It is active here. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a 1597 Heikin-Ashi chart did 950 for the day. And we didn't really have a negative drawdown. There was a winner and a loser here, and then it came back with this really nice trade and did 950, and the goal on this is 1000, so it probably hit its goal and had a slippage. Okay, the NASDAQ on a 987 Heikin-Ashi chart had a very minor drawdown, less than $100, and then recovered to do 1120, and so it probably hit its goal and had some slippage is what I'm guessing here. The goal is 1250. So the NASDAQ today did really well. All the charts we follow on the NASDAQ finished in the green or hit their goals, near their goals. This one, the goal on this is 2250, and this did 1210, but it had an equity high of 1950 here. And so clearly on this chart, I need to lower the goal some. It's just a shame to have it come so close and not hit its goal. I think it would be more reasonable to have a goal of 1500 on this chart. Okay, the DAX on a 34 tick line break with the open range filter had a losing trade here and drew down about $100 and then came back with this Very nice winning position here. We got filled in our limit order, and this is a limit order with only a 3-tick pullback, and so a modest gain is 650. Okay, this is the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 4-tick, and this has a higher time frame filter of Super Renko 4, and on this one I adjusted the money management to fixed targets as well as trailing the stop at the first target, and that worked out pretty good here. You can see these 3 trades. Both of these were stopped out by the trailing stop after hitting the first target, and then this third trade, it hit its goal. But the whole idea of this is I lowered the goal by $25 or so to $725, and the idea is that if you hit your first 2 fixed targets on a single trade, you would hit your goal and it wouldn't trade again. So any combination thereof, I figured it would basically take if you have 2 winning trades or 3 like this, it took 3 trades to hit its goal, but that's quite possible. And also notice that this occurred in what appears to be kind of a sideways market. I mean, it's slowly trending down, but definitely not a super volatile market with big swings here. It took these 3 trades in what looks to be almost sideways action. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a 6 Renko with a 6 Renko higher time frame, and the difference is the sensitivity in both. Again, this one here, first target is 20 ticks, but I'm trailing the stop at 24 ticks. And that looked like that's kind of what happened here on where it got stopped out here. And same idea with the 2 targets. That would be enough to hit its goal if it hit its 2 targets on a single trade. But still, decent performance at 525 on a single trade. There was a lot to go here. So the bonds on a 150 tick line break chart, I adjusted a couple things here. One is a $500 profit target. Doesn't take much in the bonds to hit $500, and so I have fixed targets of 7 and 9 ticks. It's very conservative, trailing by the volatility stop after only 3 ticks profit, and then at 7 ticks we're trailing by a bar, and that worked out pretty good. Our 7 and 9 ticks was actually hit here, and then we had a loser here. I'm not sure why it traded again, because this looks like it had an equity high of 500, and so not sure why it tried to go short here, but it did. In any case, I'm just going to say this hit its goal of 500 and ended up with 468. Okay, the ES on a Super Renko 4-tick with an 8-tick higher time frame, and once again I went to fixed targets and trailing the stop after the first target is hit. This time, again, the volatility stop, and this did so in 3 trades and did 725 for the day, so this hit its goal and had no slippage. Okay, the bonds on a 500 Heikin-Ashi tick chart did 875 for the day, and the goal on this is 1,000 and a tick. And probably I could go a little lower goal than this. Probably the amount of these first 2 trades is what the goal should be, this first equity high, with the idea being that you could hit your goal in a single trade. So I should probably drop the goal on this to about 800. Okay, the E-mini S&P on a Super Renko 6-tick with our open range filter and a higher time frame. This has a higher time frame of 6 and our weekly open range filter, and this did 225 for the day. We drew down about $600 or $300 per contract, but then gained it back plus finished positive 2.25. Okay, a modest gain on the crude oil 987 Heikin-Ashi chart of 270. This drew down about 600, it looks like, 550. It's 275 per contract, not that much. And it made an equity high here of 447 and settled in at 270. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.